Can bones remember what the mind has forgotten? That question is not poetic. It is prophetic. You see, we often think our memories live only in the mind. But if I told you that your bones, yes, your bones, the very structure of your being, carry secrets that stretch beyond this life? What if within your DNA there are spiritual fingerprints of your ancestors, their covenants with heaven, their battles, their blessings, and even their unfinished assignment? This is not just biology. This is sacred memory. From the ancient prophet to modern science, there's a mystery unfolding, a mystery coded in marrow, woven in womb, and echoed in every spiritual awakening. A whisper lives in your bones, and it's calling you home, not to your past, but to your origin, to who you were before the world told you who to be. Have you ever wept over something you didn't understand? Felt pain you couldn't trace? Or carried fear like it was passed down to you? That is not imagination. That is inheritance. Your DNA is not just science. It's a scroll of remembrance written by the hands of both divine purpose and generational experience. Some of you are fighting wars your great-grandmothers cried through in silence. Others are feeling drawn to altars your ancestors once built in prayer. There's memory in your bones, and not all of it is trauma. Some of it is truth, sacred, powerful truth that, if unlocked, can shift your destiny. You didn't start from that scratch. You are a continuation of a divine script. In today's sacred journey, we will explore how spiritual DNA holds more than genetics. It holds covenant. Why you carry both blessings and burdens you never chose. The reason you are drawn to certain spiritual practices, battles, or breakthroughs, and how to activate the divine memory within you to walk in purpose, healing, and spiritual authority. But I warn you, this message will awaken something, because when you begin to remember what your bones have always known, you won't walk the same again. Let's dive in. Now, let's look at something in scriptures. In Genesis 4:10, and he said, "What have you done? The voice of your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground." Blood has a voice. Let that settle in. God didn't say Abel's souls cried out. He said his blood cried out. That means your body isn't just flesh, it's testimony. Your bones, your blood, your cells carry a record. And this record is not silent. It has a voice, a vibration, a memory. Now let's look at another thing in Job 10:9. It says, "Remember that you made me like clay. Will you turn me into dust again?" Clay, dust, bone, breath. Look at something. This verse isn't just a poetic lament. It's a divine clue. Job knew his body came from something eternal. He wasn't shaped at random. He was encoded by intention. Even Ezekiel was commanded to prophesy to dry bones, not minds, not emotions, but bones. Why? Because in the valley of dry bones, there was a hidden truth. Bones remember, bones respond, bones rise. And that means this. When God speaks to your spirit, it's not just your heart that listens. Your bones lean in. Your blood echoes back. Your DNA reacts like ancient soil, hearing rain after centuries of drought. You carry more than what you know. And much of what you struggle with in life is not because of what you did, but because of what was unresolved in your generational line. Now, let's go deeper. There are sacred laws passed down through lineages. Laws of covenant, obedience, disobedience, consecration, and exile. Many of us are carrying ancestral silence, battles never prayed through, vows never broken, blessings never claimed. Let me ask you this question. Do you ever wonder why you are drawn to certain places, names, numbers, or spiritual encounters that made no logical sense to you? That is memory. That is divine DNA recognition. You know, spiritual inheritance isn't always visible in your family photo albums. Sometimes it lives in your tendencies, dreams, or sudden moments of overwhelming awe in God's presence. Something ancient awakens inside you. That is not coincidence. It's coded calling. Unfortunately, many believers only accept the natural. They say, well, my mother had anxiety and now I do. Or addiction runs in our family and that is why I've also fallen into it. No, listen to this. This is a spiritual error that most of us do. We accept the curses and reject the blessings or the call. Friend, if trauma can be inherited, so can grace. If brokenness can run through bloodlines, so can divine purpose. So can blessings also run through your family. We were never meant to repeat what our ancestors suffered. Did you hear that? We were never meant to repeat what our ancestors suffered. We were meant to redeem what they couldn't finish. You are not random. You are a continuation of a sacred assignment. You are carrying bones full of blueprints, spiritual codes, divine memories, blessings, and God is saying, can these bones live? Yes, they can. And you, child of fire, are the voice that will awaken, that will make the blessings, the divine calling manifest into being. Let me share a story with you. There was a woman named Sarah. She's very funny, full of life, and had a habit of dancing when no one was watching. But every year around the same time, she would fall into a depression. No trauma, no bad news, just a weight, a heaviness in her chest, and a sudden fear of being alone. One day she visited an old village in another country during a retreat. While walking through the market, she suddenly burst into tears. Why? She felt she has been there before. An elderly woman met her. She narrated her story to the elderly woman. The elderly woman, who is deep in spiritual matters, sat her down and took her through what she has never heard before. This made her remember her family, that the family is a wealthy family. But certain things happen in their time. And she, the young lady Sarah, is here to redeem the family, to bring that blessings into being. From that moment on, this lady changed her old ways. She no longer felt those heaviness, those anxiety anymore. Rather, she put herself together and said, I will make sure these blessings come into being. Today, she's one of the wealthiest person in their country. Our bodies are time travelers. Our DNA carries echoes of prayers whispered by our great-grandmothers, and pain buried by great-grandfathers who had no language for it. Our bones are not just bones, they are libraries. Now, let me share this spiritual truth with you. The first truth is that DNA is divine navigation assignment. You were born into a lineage for a reason. You didn't choose your family randomly, and you didn't appear on earth by mistake. Your DNA is not just a biological instruction. It is a spiritual GPS. It knows where your healing needs to begin and where your glory is meant to shine. The second spiritual truth is, not everything you feel is from your lifetime, but it is your responsibility. You may be the one feeling the spiritual weight, but you are also the one choosing to end it. You are not cursed, you are called. You are not broken, you are breaking the cycle. It is through awareness and alignment that you activate what is dormant. The third spiritual truth is this: some battles in your life are not punishment, they are awakenings. Your anxiety may be ancestral, but your anointing is too. The enemy fears not what you've done, but what is hidden inside you. What your DNA remembers when your mind forgets. Even science is catching up. Epigenetics, a field that studies how trauma and experiences are passed down in genes, it is only proving what scripture has long said. So you see, the sins of the fathers will visit the children. But here's the mystery that religion often skips. If the sins of the fathers will visit the children, so will the blessings too. So will the blessings also visit the children. If curses travel through blood, blessings also travel through blood. There are mantles your ancestors carried that never got activated, prophetic gifts buried under silence, healing gifts that were feared and hidden, leadership, authority, creativity locked in bones that were never allowed to speak. And now you are here. Through you, all this must manifest. You think you are just living your life, going through challenges, but heaven is whispering, daughter, son, you are the voice they were waiting for. The moment you speak healing, generations behind you sigh in relief. Let that settle in your spirit. When you say yes to healing, you are not just setting yourself free. You are reaching into your bloodline and healing your grandmother's weeping, your father's rage, your mother's shame, and the silence that kept them all bound. This is not psychology. This is sacred recovery. You are a sacred reversal, a divine interruption, a holy blueprint with feet, and your DNA remembers what your destiny refuses to forget. The memory in your bones isn't just both pain. It is potential. It's all about potential. When you awaken to what you carry, you realize you weren't born to fit in. You were born to finish something that was started long before you got here. And now, the bones are beginning to rattle. Now, there's something sacred I want to tell you. And it might sound strange at first. Some of your dreams aren't yours. Some of your delays aren't either. You've been carrying dreams that were passed down through generations. Dreams that never got breath because fear silenced them. And the delays, they are ancient doors that required ancestral keys. That is why you've been feeling stuck. You've been trying to unlock something spiritual with a natural key. Let me explain. Your DNA is not just the result of human procreation. It is a divine programming. Every cell in your body carries memory. Memory of covenant, memory of agreement, memory of trauma, and yes, memory of glory. This is why you can meet someone and instantly feel trust or fear. At times, some songs brings tears to your eyes, though you don't know why. Why you feel an unexplainable pull to certain spiritual disciplines, and even if your family never practiced them. That is sacred memory trying to awaken you. There's a mystery hidden in this. Some bones were buried with prophecy in them. Not every calling was fulfilled. Not every promise was completed. Some callings were aborted by war, betrayal, religion, and cultural shame. But God, in His divine mercy, stored those callings in the bloodline, waiting for someone brave enough to remember. That someone is you. And now, here comes a paradox. To remember what you carry, you have to unlearn what the world taught you. The world says you are just a body with a mind and a lifespan, but heaven sees you as a divine code with legacy inside, a sacred scroll wrapped in skin. You may think the spiritual battles you've been facing are about what you did last week, but no, beloved, they are about what heaven wrote before you were formed. The war is against what your bones know, but your brain forgot. Let me give you a visual. Imagine your spiritual DNA as a burning scroll buried in your chest. Every time you pray, fast, or obey your divine calling, the scroll unrolls just a little more. Did you get that? Every time you pray, fast, or obey your divine calling, the scroll unrolls just a little more. Every act of courage, every release of trauma, every tear of surrender activate an ancient memory of divine power. Now, here's the shift that will change everything. You are not just healing forward, you are healing backward. When you say no more to addiction, fear, shame, or abuse, you are setting free people who never got the chance to say it. When you reclaim your voice, you echo for ancestors who were silenced. You became the first voice after generations of muteness. So you see, you are not just the product of your lineage, you are the prophet of it. And now, let me lovingly challenge you with this question. Why do you keep apologizing for being powerful? You feel things others don't. You dream things others can't see. You carry intensity, vision, fire, and you've tried to tone it down so you wouldn't make others uncomfortable. But that fire in you isn't ego, it's ancestral prophecy wrapped in divine urgency. You've been quiet long enough, because here's the revelation. Bones only rattle when resurrection is near. So if you feel shaken, restless, emotional, or spiritually sensitive lately, it's not an attack, it's a summons. Your bones are remembering the sound of their original assignment. You are not too late. You are right on a divine schedule. You are not alone. The prayers of generations walk beside you. You are not ordinary. You are a sacred memory in motion. So now that your spirit has been stirred, your bones rattled, and your soul awakened, what do you need to do? What do you do with this sacred knowledge? Because sometimes revelation without application becomes spiritual constipation. And we were not born to be stuck. We were born to flow. So what do we do? Let me give you 5 practices that you should follow that can help you. The first one is speak to your bloodline out loud. Yes, out loud. There's power in voice. Take moments in your prayer, not just to speak to God, but to speak to your lineage. Say things like, to every woman who came before me, your silence ends with me. To every man who carried shame, I now carry honor. To the dreams you buried, I plant them again. You are not being dramatic. You are being divine when you do this. Jesus spoke to trees, right? Yeah, and Ezekiel spoke to bones. You are allowed to speak to your DNA. The second practice is fast with intentional ancestral focus. Yes, fast. And then during a fast, be specific. Say, God, I'm fasting for the redemption of generational patterns. Show me what is not mine that I've been carrying. You'll be amazed what will come up. Okay? You'll be amazed what comes up. Forgotten memories, old emotions, even names. And you know what? Trust it. Don't fear it. Fasting clears the fog and allows you to hear your bones speak. The third practice, study your family spiritually, not just historically. Ask questions, study patterns, look at what keeps repeating. What do the women in your family carry? What keeps attacking the men? What blessings show up once and then disappeared? When you identify patterns, you also identify your assignment. You weren't just born in your family, you were sent to it. 4. Create a prophetic map. On a piece of paper, draw your name in the center, then branch out. Above, the blessings you believe came from your ancestors. Below, the burdens or issues you've carried. Around, the divine trait or pattern you are noticing. Pray over that map, anoint it, declare healing over it. This becomes your prophetic battle. You are no longer fighting blind. Now the last practice. Lay hands on your body and prophesy. Yes, I know this might sound strange, but lay hands on your chest, your bones, your belly, and say, every gift inside me, come forth. Every trauma in my cell, be loose. Every prophetic memory, awaken. When you do this, you don't need a priest. You are the priest. Remember, you are not just healing for you, you are healing as you. Because it will. The moment you start breaking spiritual patterns, warfare may increase. Now, let me caution you. When you start doing these practices, the moment you start breaking spiritual patterns, warfare may increase, emotions may rise. But let me tell you, that is proof you are breaking through. That is proof you are breaking through. So don't give up. Do not give up. Because the divine assignment in your DNA will not complete itself. But every small step you take toward healing and remembrance will echo for generations. You are not only a soul, you are a sacred system of memory, fire, and calling. Walk as such. So far, you came into this message thinking you were just one person, but now you know you are a living archive, a divine scroll wrapped in flesh. You are not just made of bones, you are made of blueprints. Every struggle you've endured, every strange pattern you couldn't explain, every deep feeling that made no sense, it wasn't random. It was a sacred memory waiting to be noticed, spoken to, and resurrected. And friend, you, yes, you are the one to resurrect your generation. Beloved, you are not broken. You are brimming with memory of heaven. Today, you've handed something more powerful than knowledge. You've been handed remembrance. And when you remember who you are, your bones will rise, your voice will thunder, and your spirit will take its rightful place. This is a mystery. The mystery of your DNA is not just about ancestry, it is about destiny. Thank you so much. You are the bridge between what was and what must be. Thank you so much for being with me. You are the answer to a prayer someone prayed in silence 2,000 years ago. And now your bones are awake. So I leave you with a question. What are your bones trying to say? Will you listen? Will you rise? Will you respond? If this message stirs something deep inside you, don't let it sit. Activate it. Share this video with someone whose bones need to remember. Take a moment after this video ends. Lay your hands on your chest and whisper, awaken what has been sleeping. And then in the comment section, write, I carry memory and I walk in divine legacy. Thank you so much. This is the ThePZipporahcode. It's not just content, but covenant. Not just revelation, but restoration. Thank you. Your bones remember. So, see you again. Bye.